So everything is prepped, wiped down with wax and grease remover. This has all been, now from Flexiglass, they actually made this really awesome. He used some filler primer and got everything perfectly smooth, used professional stuff even before we got it. But we just roughed it up with some 400 grit, basically got it, you know, money smooth. And now we just prepped it, you know, with wax and grease remover. So now we're gonna go ahead and shoot our semi-gloss flat black. We just got our first medium coat on there. So we did like one real light coat. As you can see, it's atomizing beautifully out here. It's only about 65, but in the Florida sun, it's hitting about 75, 80. Of course, being it black bodywork, you know, black paint now, it may get a little hotter. So what I'm actually gonna do is we're gonna set up the canopy that we use for the track real quick. And it also has a wall that you can put up on one of the sides that'll help us with a little bit of wind we're getting today. So it's looking good so far. We'll get that set up and then we'll put our third and final coat of the satin black on there. So the third and final coat of the satin black is now on there. There's no nibs, no debris, perfect atomization, so it's perfectly smooth. Minimal orange peel, which will definitely go away when we put the clear coat on there. But this wasn't really a tutorial, but just to show you, if you take your time, prep it right, and let the paint do as it's supposed to do, you can do a professional paint job with a shaker can. We only use Rust-Oleum here, just so you guys know. But when this is done, this will look like a professional paint job. Now, if you are doing this outside, the good thing is if you're doing gloss, you can actually sand down any dust nibs or any imperfections that you may have in the paint before you clear, or post clear, you can cut it, buff it, and really polish it. We're using matte clear over the semi-gloss, so we have to really take the extra steps to make sure this comes out perfect. But man, this is looking good. So next we're gonna let this dry for about 15 minutes. Like I said, it's about 65, 70 with the heat out here. So it's baking nice. And then we'll go ahead and we'll shoot our matte clear. That's a wrap. That's semi-gloss satin black with matte clear. That should work nicely with the color that the tank was already painted. So now we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna let this bake in the sun for a couple hours. And then we'll go ahead and reinstall it on the bike. I know that these videos aren't that long, but like I said, this isn't really a tutorial build series like what we usually do. This is more just, you know, showing you every step of the way of us building this custom Desmosedici 848, code name the Desmo Auto. So now the bodywork is done. You can see it's painted in this satin black with matte clear. So it looks awesome. I'm sorry it's dusty. We actually let it cure overnight, and I tried to wipe it down a little bit for you. But I think it looks amazing. And like I said, you can see the little hint of the side exhaust, the cutout that we did for the undertail for the rear bank that we're gonna do, because in next episode, we are building the exhaust system for this bike. Like I said, the Desmosedici RR race bike has an $11,000 option Termi exhaust, and we are building our own replica version of that with titanium and these custom cans that we got. So I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. Huge shout out to Flexiglass and everybody that's on board for this build. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we'll see you next episode.